Hey, what is up guys? Gitarok here. Welcome back to another Brown Dust video. I am hype for the new collab. Alright, so let's have a look at all the new mercenaries, 5 of them to be exact. Damn, I'm hype man, extremely hype. Alright, so you won't find them in this any of this section right here. You have to go all the way to the right to the collaboration. There we go. Alright, so 5 of them, each of them with their own companion and of course their voice as well. Look at this. Alright, so that is for Rimuru, and of course we have Milim, and then Benimaru. I'm not sure if this is actually their exact voices from the anime, and I have no idea why this guy sound like that. Maybe he does sound like that. Gobta. Alright, so their companions all have the same, different sort of voice. Pretty interesting. Alright, so this is the... I like his voice actually. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Shuna. And then we have Ranga. And of course we have Soe. Alright, so these are all the companions, so we're gonna check... while they are exit, we're gonna check them out individually. We're gonna start with Rimuru Tempest. So what is she all about? So this is going to be an analysis of the skills of each of the mercenaries. We're gonna analyze their stats and things like that. Alright, so what do we have right here? So she is a defender class. So she has pretty low HP for a defender. Like not extremely low, but compared to some of the meta characters like Cowley, Aaron, her HP is kind of low. But she does have high agi to make up for that, 60% agility. So that is going to help her out, and you guys will see why in these skills. Alright, so defender, keep in mind you are obtaining her for free. Just log into the game lol and you'll be getting her for free. Let's go, let's have a look at her skills. So this is a reflective counter. So first things first, reflective counter, she's gonna get countered high by Barbara. But that's just how it is in the meta right now. So, alright, so let's have a look. What makes her reflective counter unique and special? Gluttony activates copy and applies decomposition effects. I like this a lot. So basically, it copies the buffs of the enemy hitting her and it applies decomposition to them if they are not immune to DOT or debuff. So I like this skill a lot because there's not many DOT immune supporters out there yet, as far as I know. So having the ability to apply DOT to the 5-star that hits her, that means they might die from decomposition. That means that she can have multiple builds. Some people might go for the fatal and rage route to go for the high decomposition damage because you can crit from DOT, in case you guys are new to the game. Alright, so and then we have this skill, stats enhancement. I like this a lot. This activates before battle. Okay, so the amount of reduced damage due to Grace effect will be increased. So 35% plus 5% on top of it. Similar to what Ludia has. Hers is slightly different because she has the additional boost all stats except HP. I like that skill a lot. So it's a free stats boost. And then the third skill, immune to attack interference. Cool, she's gonna be immune to all the charm, stun, etc. And awakening skill, she can heal every turn for 10% healing of her max HP for 50 turns. So this is insane. 10% is a lot. So I can see why they want to give her like low HP. If she has, imagine she has Cowley's HP, 10%, she's not gonna die at all. Alright, so gotta balance things out. So at +1 you get the decomposition damage up to 4% as opposed to 2%. At +2 that increases to 6%. Alright, so +3 you get the attack interference immunity alongside with stats weakening as well. So I appreciate that. That means the only thing she is not immune to is DOT, right? So, and that might be a problem because all the other collaboration units have sort of like a DOT skill. So we're gonna dive into that in a while. Alright, so +4 decomposition increase to 8%, +5 decomposition 10%, so +6. Now you have this damage grace increased by plus another 15% as opposed to 5 on the previous level. Alright, so This one goes up to 40 turns and at +7 as opposed to 30. I like it. And 50 turns at +8. Alright, so at +9, she has one new skill. Removes already applied healing skill type from the enemies that attack her. Alright, so I like this. Healing Nullifier. This is actually really cool. Like those Venaka abusers out there. Boom! Your healing removed. Okay, so +10. What do we have right here? So 30% bonus. Alright, I like it. Alright, so now boost all stats increased by 10%. At +12, she's gonna have incoming damage -20% alongside with that max HP of healing. So that is pretty insane, man. For the first 50 turns, she's gonna be like really strong. I don't know who can actually one-shot her, maybe Adin and Taylor. But outside of that, and Barbara of course, but outside of that, she seems really tanky. Like, I doubt Anastasia will be able to one-shot her. That is something that I'm willing to try, of course, once I get her up to, you know, +13 or +14. Definitely, based on what I'm seeing right now, that 10% healing and then incoming damage -20%, and then she has all these from +15. This goes up to another 50%. Like, that is insane amount. 35% plus 50%, so she has 85%. 85% grace reduction, which is insane. Alright, so 85% grace reduction is just insane. And all stats plus 20%. That is a beast, man. Like, I'm not sure if the stats 20% will include the agi. So by default, she has 60% agility, right? So I'm not sure once in battle, will this 20% increase that 60%? And that will make it what, 80% or something? Holy, if that's the case, she's gonna be insane. Like, she might actually be meta. There's no guarantee though. 60% agi is pretty high. So this 60% means she has 60% chance to grace. Alright, so once grace, she will have the ability to reduce incoming damage by 35 plus 50%. That's 85%. Alright, so she has 60% chance to reduce incoming damage by 85%. So ideally, you want to increase the chance, which is this 60% right here. So you want to give her runes with substat agi. You want to try to increase the agi even more. So I'm not sure how the calculation will take place. I mean, it's pretty broken if this stats boost right here, increase all stats except HP, includes her agi as well. That would be sick. Alright, so I think she's pretty good. I think she's in a very solid spot for a defender. I don't think she's bad at all. A lot of people say she's bad before realizing the skills. I don't think she's pretty good. But you have to get her up to +15 though. That's the struggle. Especially if you are new, you know, you just log into the game and just wanna collect her for fun because you like the anime and stuff. Building her is gonna be a whole another thing. Okay, so moving on to the next one, we have Milim Nava. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Alright, so she's a 5-star warrior. Oh yeah, stats first. So this is what she has for her stats. Pretty high attack, pretty decent HP as well, 0% defense and agi, so she doesn't really need that. Decent crit rate, I mean, not slightly on the lower side, I would say. 10% is slightly on the lower side. And average crit damage, I would say. Okay, so her skill is... I don't really like her kit as much as Rimuru. So she has this stats enhancement. After normal attack, she will boost 10% attack and crit damage for 6 turns. Okay, so and then she has this skill which stigmatizes enemy. So attack boost when the enemy dies, of course. And this is a DOT apparently. Wait, this is a DOT. Yeah, this is a DOT. This is additional damage. So deals additional damage to the enemy. I guess this is pretty cool. Just consider this as an ultimate strike type of skill. Basically, it's just attack times percentage of additional damage, which will increase later on. So attack every turn times 10% burn damage. There's this DOT as well. I guess it's sort of cool. Awakening skill basically receives attack and defense boosts when she gets hit. Alright, so she needs to get hit to get this attack plus 50% and defense plus 50%. So ideally positioning, That means that she's gonna be a little bit different from other warriors. If you want to benefit from this, you might want to position her in a place where she can actually take hits but not dying. I don't know, that's kind of risky to expose her in front or something. Alright, let's have a look at the skills. Plus 1, 20% and 10%, 30%, plus 3, 50%, plus 4, crit damage increased by 10%. Alright, plus 5, crit damage increase, plus 6, crit damage increase again. Alright, plus 7, she has the ability to boost incoming damage by 15%. So that is more like more of a world boss skill, I think. It's a stigma that does amplify damage somewhat. Alright, and then we have plus 8, 25%. Alright, so plus 9 she get the bonus tile range. So this is cool, I guess. She hits very front anyways. So plus 10. Alright, 35%. More stigma damage. And then she has this 45%. And then she gets this. This one is pretty cool. 100% defense if she gets hit for 12 turns. So if you are playing sort of like, I feel like she's gonna shine particularly well in cases where Guild Wars or Underground Arena is present. You can just like counter someone by just placing her in front, and you know she's not gonna die, and just place her in front, she gets hit, she gets the 100% defense. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, after, of course it's gonna require a little bit of planning, but yeah, it's doable. Alright, so plus 13, 125% damage, 150% damage, and more DOT at the end. So burn damage. So overall, I don't really like her skills as much, particularly the first skill. Alright, so this is the problem right here. 6 turns is kind of bad. Ideally, you want to burst damage as much as you can, but with her ability to get this 50% attack and 50% crit damage after 6 turns of attacking, she only gets this after normal attack. So that means you have to wait for round 2 to be able to benefit from this. And that is if there's plenty of enemies that dies for you to benefit from this in that 6 turns. Right? So it's going to be a little bit tricky to build her and benefit from this particular skill. So yeah, I'm not sure. So let me know what you guys think. I don't really like this kind of skill. Similar to Victor's first skill, if I'm not mistaken. Like you only get the boost after you attack. So you sort of require a little bit of planning. If there's plenty of opponents left on the battlefield, that 6 turns, you're just not going to get that, unfortunately. Okay, but she's pretty cute. I'll give her that. Moving on to the next one, we have Benimaru. Let's have a look what is he all about. So he's a 4-star magician. Alright, so attack, HP, crit rate, crit damage. Alright, pretty good stats. Pretty good stats. Okay, let's have a look at the skills. So stigmatized enemy. Attack boost when stigmatized enemies dies. Alright. So very front. He hits very front. So can be blocked by Carlson in Novice Arena. For sure. Attack boost plus 30%. Okay. 40% when they die. So this one is kind of cool. So deals additional damage to the main target, and surrounding targets you will have some sort of bonus damage hitting them as well. Alright, it's like a glorified ultimate strike as well. He does remove barrier and stats enhancement, and can deal DOT and fixed damage when Hell Flare is removed. So this particular skill most likely will not affect debuff immune units and units that are not susceptible to DOT. So they most likely will not receive the fixed additional damage when the Hell Flare is removed. So it will only affect DOT opponents most of the time. So in Novice Arena, if you're fighting team against Idan, like that's not going to happen. So yeah, it's not going to be consistent. I guess the damage is mostly going to come from this skill right here. Alright, so plus 4, more attack. Oh, 24 turns now. 50%, okay. 60%, alright, so plus 6 more damage. Let me get 70%, 80%, and then more damage. Yep, and then 90%, 100%, skip 90, and then more damage. Okay, so plus 12. So attack, so DOT lasts for 12 turns. Huh. I'm not sure if that is a buff or is that enough. So ideally, 6 turns means you only need 6 turns to deal this fixed additional damage when Health Flare is removed. That attack times 100%. So when plus 12 onwards, now you have to wait for 12 turns to get that burst of damage for those affected by DOT. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it feels like a nerf for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? And then this goes on to 10% damage. Okay, 10% damage, 150%. Alright, so you do get that more. 200%. That is a lot. But like I mentioned earlier, it will only affect opponents that are not immune to DOT. And to be honest, Benimaru does feel more like a glorified Charlotte. We already have Charlotte for DOT damage that's pretty good in the Novice right now. It's quite hard for him to be in the meta right now. Alright, so moving on, we have Gobta. Alright, so this goblin or orc looking thing. 4-star defender. Alright, let's have a look at the stats before we make some judgment. So decent HP for a 4-star, 4.6k HP. Not bad for the edgy. Of course, I would prefer some sort of defense, but 0%, come on, for a defender. Alright, let's have a look at his skills. I think his skills is quite unique. Okay, so first skill, this is an attack interference. So makes the enemy inoperable. Alright, sort of stun them and reduce the enemy's defense. Alright, so 10% reduction. So it goes up to 20%, 30%. So at plus 3, he has this particular skill that deals additional damage to the enemy. So current HP times 20% additional damage. So bear in mind, this is not as strong as Titan's Strike, because Titan's Strike, it calculates based on max HP times the percentage of additional damage. So this particular skill is current HP. So depending on how much HP he has lost, it's going to be less and less damage that he will deal. Alright, so max HP times 20% instant healing though. So he will have that to sustain himself in the battle, hopefully, to maintain his current HP pool. Alright, so at plus, let's see, receives healing. Awakening skill is cool though. Immune to DOT and boost crit rate. I like it a lot. Alright, so plus 4, minus 40%, minus 50% at plus 6. So current HP and healing increase. Okay, cool. At plus 7, 60%, 70%, 70% and 12 turns now. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. If you want to reduce someone's stats, it has to be long enough for one whole round. It can't just be 6 turns, come on. Plus 10, alright. So receives healing and barrier. So max HP. Now you have this barrier that basically reduces incoming damage by 25%. It goes up to, healing goes up to 6%. Alright, so plus 12. So 50% now. Alright, pretty cool, pretty cool. 12% and 65%. That's a big jump from 25%. Boom! 65% barrier. I mean, that's pretty cool. We have this barrier skill right now. Keep in mind, lots of warriors can remove barrier, like Arch in a Novice already. So if you want to use him in Novice, I'm not sure how strong is he gonna be. He's gonna fit pretty good in the meta. Okay, so going all the way up to plus 15, now it's edgy times 100% crit rate boost. So that crit rate is gonna help this particular skill. Not wrong skill, sorry. This skill. Alright, so HP times percentage of additional damage, this particular skill can crit. So if you give him some sort of crit, this is going to deal a pretty insane amount of damage, especially if he's the first one to go. His range is only one target though, so that is unfortunate, but still, he's going to deal insane damage if he does crit. So yeah, just make sure that he crits if you want to go for the semi DPS tank build. Alright, so the last 4-star we have a look at is Shion. Warrior, alright, very cool. Decent stats, let's have a look. High crit damage, I like it. So let's have a look, what is she all about? Alright, so first skill, attack interference and deals DOT damage based off max HP. I like this skill a lot. This is going to affect Arcstar, I think. It's pretty cool, pretty insane. This is more like a shock. It's attack interference, is not a DOT. So keep in mind, it's an attack interference type of skill. So you need to be immune to attack interference to be immune to this particular homemade dish skill. Alright, it's very unique. So Ogre Guillotine, this is very interesting. number of enemies taunt times attack times percentage of additional damage. She's more like a semi Ventana in a way. Alright, so I still like Ventana more because Ventana covers concentrated fire as well. She only covers taunt. That means I think she's gonna be pretty good in a novice because she can one-shot all the taunters out there easily. Okay, so Agi plus 40% after normal attack. And lastly, we have stats enhancement before battle. So Agi times percentage of attack boost and crit rate boost. Alright, so make sure to give her all the substat Agi runes. So plus 1, alright, 3% DOT, 5%, very cool. Alright, 75, 100, 125. So Agi plus 40%, very cool, very cool. And 5% healing as well. So plus 7. Wow, this is pretty insane. Does that mean that I can use her for... She's going to be very strong in the Novice Arena. Like, I'm not even joking. I could even try to use her in the Arc Star because... Yeah, but Arc Star does not have any taunt though. That's the problem. You won't benefit from the modifier, but the ignore enemies incoming damage reduction part, that is pretty good, I think. Alright, so plus 9. Enemies all stats minus 70%. 4 turns. Alright, I wish it would last longer. So 250%. Agi plus 70%. That is a lot. That is a lot of Agi. Lots of healing. Agi plus 100%. Wow. Alright, she's gonna be pretty tanky. 100% crit rate boost. 100% attack boost. Okay. She's a very solid novice contender. Basically replacing all the warriors. Too bad she's only a 1 tile warrior. But I like her skills a lot. She can one-shot Carlson no problem because taunt ignores damage reduction. She can one-shot all the taunters right now in the current novice meta. So definitely, if you want to build her, I think it's a solid choice for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to build her for sure. Shion, keep an eye out. Alright, so basically, make sure to you have all of these events. The companion gift event, you can collect 3. I have no idea which one I'm gonna take. It depends on which companions you want, I guess. And then some bonus rewards at the bottom as well. So collect chances 3. It will recharge every day, I think. So make sure to choose what you want. I'm gonna collect that. 1, 2, and then should I collect the dragon? Or should I collect the 5-star at the bottom? I guess we will just focus on all of these gifts, companion gifts first. Alright, so we have this Oktoberfest still ongoing. Collab event. So this one, you need to play the collaboration dungeon. So we're going to check it out in a separate video, or else this video is going to be like 4 hours long. We don't want that to happen, do we? Alright, so collaboration login bonus and in-game events. Log in every single day to get all of these blue slimes, and you can get Rimuru Tempest for free! Yay, everybody is getting her for free. Alright, so just need to log in and get her for free. And of course, wait for October 17th update. Soul Gear 10%. Wait, there's a Soul Gear sale going on. Whoa, I need to pull on the Soul Gear stand. I'm short on Soul Gears. Alright, so basically, go ahead, play the sub-story. I will check it out on a separate video. That time I got reincarnated as a slime collaboration, so we're gonna check that out. Most likely there'll be some interesting story as well. So yeah, most likely the gifts are already here. Let me see. Let me see. It's gotta be here somewhere. It's gotta be here. Oh, extended maintenance. Rimuru Tempest. There we go. There we go. Just get all. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. So now she's in my inventory list. She's a defender. Wait, did I not claim her? Like, what happened right there? What happened? Oh, so you can't claim her in the get all. You have to get her manually. Just click on get. And there we go. There we go. Very cool slime right there. So now do I have her? Come on. There we go. Rimuru Tempest. So she's literally just a slime. Just a slime as the combat image. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. So I might pull for some of them. So basically there's this collaboration event banner. Not sure if I'm gonna go all out with my diamonds. I've yet to think it through. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys gonna like select one of these and go all out? Get any of these companions while they are still here? because these are limited event characters. They will only be available for 2 weeks. Don't miss out this chance, alright? So they might not be like meta characters or anything like that, but I know some of us need to save up for the 6 Devil Companions that's coming really soon, but keep in mind, this collaboration might not ever happen again. It might not. It might be just a one-shot thing, one-off thing. So it might be worth going all in on your diamonds, but that's just up to you guys. Alright, so let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and turn on the notification as well so that you can stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's real